welcome to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gaby, and this week we're going to be discussing musicals that have been adapted into movies and reviewing them.
That's right. Now, the movie musicals that we decided to discuss are Sweeney Todd, Into the Woods, The Prom, Chicago, Gypsy, Les Miserables, and The Last 5 Years.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking all about our opinions, as well as, giving a brief synopsis of these films, so be warned, there will be spoilers ahead. Shall we get started?
Of course. So the first one we're going to be talking about is Sweeney Todd, which came out in 2007. It was directed by Tim Burton, with the cast including Johnny Depp as Benjamin Barker / Sweeney Todd, Helena Bonham Carter as Nellie Clevitt, Alan Rickman as Judge Turpin, Timothy Spall as Beetle Bamford, Jane Wisner?
I think so. Wisner?
Jane Wisner,
Sure.
I'm going to guess because it's a woman, as Joanna Baker, Sacha Baron Cohen as Adolfo Pirelli, Laura Michelle Kelly as Lucy Barker / Beggar Woman, Jamie Campbell Bower as Anthony Hope, and Ed Sanders as Tobias Rack.
Yeah. So, it's a big star-studded cast.
Yes.
Also, I had no idea that Mrs. Lovett had a first name.
I didn't either. I don't know where that comes from.
I had no idea.
I got this list from, IMDb.
Thank you, IMDb. I had no idea she had a first name. But yeah, I love this movie.
Yes.
I watch it every single time we get close to Halloween.
Same.
Anytime
this
I'm in the
mood
mood
for
a spooky
Halloween movie musicals.
Yeah. This is the one I watch whenever I'm in the mood for a little spooky movie, whenever I'm in the mood for a little Sondheim moment. Also, we have 2 different Sondheim shows.
Yeah.
So
3.
Actually, technically 3.
Because Gypsy's technically a Sondheim.
too.
That's okay. You're gonna see a very consistent group with the casting. I noticed as well when we were looking at it. I was like, oh,
hey,
I know you.
Yeah, it's everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. So the synopsis of Sweeney Todd, Gaby, do you want to tell it real quick?
Yes. So the film retells the Victorian melodramatic tale of Sweeney Todd, an English barber and serial killer who murders his customers with a straight razor and, with the help of his accomplice, Mrs. Lovett, processes their corpses into meat pies.
Yep.
Which sounds utterly disgusting when you talk about it.
But it's such a good show.
It's so good. It's so good.
So, Gaby and I decided that we would do a little fun facts for each one of these movie musicals, and the first one is that 5 Harry Potter franchise actors appear in this film, being Helena Bonham Carter, who plays Mrs. Lovett in this film, and Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter franchise, Alan Rickman, who plays Judge Turpin and Severus Snape, Timothy Spall, who plays Beetle Bamford and Peter Pettigrew, Jamie Campbell Bower, who plays Anthony Hope, and a young Gellert Grindelwald in Deathly Hallows Part 2 for 5 seconds.
I didn't even know that.
He's on a picture frame that Harry picks up in Godric's Hollow before Snake Attack.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, but that's Anthony Hope, and then Johnny Depp, who plays Sweeney Todd, and Gellert Grindelwald in The Crimes of Grindelwald and Fantastic Beasts series.
Justice for Johnny. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Same.
Also, did not know that Hope was Anthony's last name, because in the musical, they only refer to him as Anthony.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Anthony, blah blah blah.
I think it's because he's the only one that of the 3 children, quote unquote, he's the only innocent one by the end of the show. Pretty
much. I mean,
because
Joanna's seen some ish.
Joanna murders the guy.
The guy?
In the insane asylum.
No, he does.
In the stage show, she does.
Oh no! In the movie,
he does, but in the
Anthony
stage show,
kills her.
But what I'm saying is, in the stage show, she does.
Okay. Interesting.
And then, of course, spoiler alert, Tobias kills Sweeney at the end of it. So he's the only innocent one.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Well, again, that's in the stage show.
Yeah, that's in the stage show.
In the movie, he commits suicide once he realizes that he killed Lucy.
Yeah.
And after he throws Mrs. Lovett in the oven.
Yeah.
Which I think the way that they animated that is very creepy. It looks like when claymation melts. That's what it looks like to me when she's melting.
Yeah, same. So
also, that is not how that works. But
so do we want to get into some opinions?
Yeah.
So do we want to just say who our favorite character is? Because we both said the same
it's the same. Yeah, it's Mrs. Lovett.
Mrs. Lovett. Who is both of our dream roles as well. Like,
yeah.
We love her.
She's a fantastic character.
Yeah.
She's great. So the next one is, what's your favorite song from this show or movie?
So we have one that's the same, and that's Little Priest.
Yeah, because it's so good.
It is. And then my other one is Not While I'm Around. I love a good Sondheim ballad.
Okay. Not While I'm Around pulls on my heartstrings, and it does make me a little teary-eyed every now and then. But I gotta go with Epiphany.
I agree. I love that one too, but Not While I'm Around is mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I love in Epiphany, I've already said this before in a different episode, but I love when he does the part where he's talking to all the people and he's doing the Yusa, Tusa, no one's in the chair, come on. I love that.
Yeah.
Also, I tried really hard to have a shirt that went with this episode.
I'm so mad. I just realized that I definitely have an Into the Woods shirt.
Dang it.
Oh, well.
I do not. But I'm wearing a Shining t-shirt, which is the closest I could get. Because I like being on theme. If you've noticed, every single episode so far that we've recorded, I've worn a shirt that matches. This is the first one that I have not, and I'm very sad about it.
At all. I'm wearing like all Disney right now.
I love it.
It's fine.
Okay, so next one is what is your favorite moment? Like scene or song or like, well, I guess not songs. We already talked about song, but like favorite like cinematic thing or like whatever.
So mine is when Mrs. Lovett is telling Sweeney like the story of Benjamin Barker, like when she first meets him, and we get the flashback and it's all the pastels and the brighter colors compared to the bleak London scene that we see like in present time.
That one's good. I do like that. I do love the pastels.
Because it kind of shows really like the light side of Sweeney's life.
I really like at the very, very, very end. I know I mentioned I don't really like when he throws her in the oven, but I really like when he throws her in the oven. I know I mentioned that it's not really accurate, but I don't know why I think that. I don't know why. That just like tickles my funny bone when he throws her in the oven. I think it is so funny. I also really like the moment when he realizes that Lucy is the beggar woman and it's really sweet, and he's like, that like always makes me cry a little bit. But then he just goes and throws Mrs. Lovett in the oven and I start laughing my butt off. So gosh, I have a morbid sense of humor.
What's your least favorite moment?
I don't like By the Sea.
I also
think
don't
that song
like By
is
the
annoying.
Sea. I also don't like Greenfinch and Linnet Bird.
I like Greenfinch and Linnet Bird solely for the purpose of a vocal exercise.
Yeah.
For the purpose of, let's see how high I can sing and how well I can make my tone sound. That's a good one. But other than that, it doesn't really serve much in the story.
Yeah,
I mean
it
shows like Joanna's feeling of being trapped and all that stuff, but like...
Yeah, and I saw a really cool production of Sweeney where in her like elaborate wig that they did for her, they had a bird cage in the corner.
Oh, that's
for
cool.
symbolism reasons with that song.
That's really cool.
And it matched the like same like teal color that they had for the actual bird cage she was singing to.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
That's like the only time I've liked that song is when I saw that stage show.
That's really cool. But yeah, By the Sea is definitely my least favorite. I
I
think
also
it's
had a
very
really
annoying.
scary moment during that same production.
Oh.
Because it was like, it wasn't a black box, but like the lowest level of the audience was the same level as the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the show, when Tobias murders Sweeney, he looked up at the audience and like ran to the front row, center, which was where I was sitting.
Yes, you've told me about this a number of times.
Same production. That was terrifying.
Yeah,
They also
I bet.
served meat pies during intermission, which was kind of interesting.
Interesting. I went to a show once. I was observing from they were really nice. They let me observe from the from the booth.
Yeah.
Because I was getting into stage management and stuff. And I got to sit there and read the script along with them and like listen to all the cues. They let me sit on headset. It was really fun.
Huh. So what would you rate this musical?
I was gonna say, but at the end of the show, they served cake because the show was called Cake, and it was about a wedding cake for two lesbian ladies.
Yay.
At the La Jolla Playhouse, which is like where a lot of Broadway shows have been developed. So hopefully we'll see it on Broadway one day.
That'd be great.
Yeah. It's a really good show. It was cute. It's not a musical, but it's cute.
So
anyway, go ahead.
What would you give this musical movie overall out of 10?
10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Yes.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Same.
9.5 out of 10.
I think I'm going to go with a 9 still.
I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10.
Which is like the minor things that they changed from the stage show that makes Joanna more...
less of a damsel in distress and a little bit more assertive. Yeah.
I think that's why I can't give it anything higher than a 9.
I agree. I mean, that's why... I mean, I only give it that extra 0.5 because I just love it so freaking much.
Yeah.
I'm, like, too obsessed with it, so... You know.
Yeah.
Take with that what you will. The next one is going to be Into the Woods.
Yes.
Emma, do you want to give us the synopsis?
Sure. So, the film centers on a childless couple who sets out to end a curse placed on them by a vengeful witch by retrieving a cow as white as milk, a cape as red as blood, hair as yellow as corn, and a slipper as pure as gold. Ultimately, the characters are forced to experience the unintended consequences of their actions.
Ooh, spooky. But yeah, the movie came out in 2014. It was directed by Rob Marshall, and the cast had Meryl Streep as the witch, my queen, Emily Blunt as the baker's wife, James Corden as the baker, Anna Kendrick as Cinderella, Chris Pine as Cinderella's prince, Tracy Ullman as Jack's mother, Johnny Depp as the big bad wolf, Lilla Crawford as Little Red Riding Hood, Daniel Huddlestone as Jack, Mackenzie Mozzie as Rapunzel, and I have no idea how to say his last name, Billy Magnuson?
Yeah, Billy Magnuson, I'm gonna guess.
Woot woot, I try. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. As Rapunzel's prince.
Yes, and the fun fact I found for this movie, I actually read in the Stephen Sondheim, Finishing the Hat book that he made, which was in 1993. The film was originally going to be produced by Jim Henson Productions. Like, the Muppets are going to produce the original Into the Woods movie.
That's a little odd. Okay.
And this cast included, in the, staged readings that they had been doing before, they kind of scrapped the movie, included Robin Williams as the baker, Cher as the witch, and Danny DeVito as the voice of the giant.
Love it! Oh my god, yes. 100% yes.
And then I forget, why did I start this? But the person who is playing Jack is the guy who hosts the Tonys a lot.
Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes, he was going to play Jack.
I love it!
Because he was, still, younger and kind of, unknown at the time.
I think that's amazing.
I kind of wish we saw this cast.
I do, too. I think that would have been very fun to watch.
And I think that they were talking about doing, puppets more so for the creatures, how they did on the stage show, which is how the Muppets Studios would have been.
Got it.
But
so,
it wouldn't have been Muppets, but it would have been puppets. Okay,
so, for Milky White and, the birds and, That's it. That's the only animals I can think of.
Besides the wolf.
Besides the wolf. But, like, the wolf is a person.
Yeah.
It's an anthropomorphized
I don't know
wolf.
if they were planning on doing it. I should have looked this up, but I do know that when they made the revival, they added a 2-wolf version of Hello Little Girl.
Oh.
And, like, halfway through the song, the 3 Little Pigs wolf comes in. So you see the 3 little pigs, like, run by for, like, 5 seconds.
Interesting. That's odd.
I stage managed a production that did that 2-wolf duet. It was interesting.
That is
Rapunzel's
interesting.
friends played Little Red's wolf, so he got, like, an actual song.
Got it. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like most people do that for their productions, at least
Yeah.
when it comes to stage productions. Or they'll
But then
have
Cinderella's
the
prince
wolf.
played the 3 Little Pigs wolf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen it done that way, and then I've also seen it whereas the wolf will also be the mysterious man.
I've only seen Mysterious Man as the narrator.
Oh, no, I've seen Mysterious Man as the narrator and then also as the wolf, which was interesting. I don't know. I much prefer... I've also seen...
In the revival, they also have a duet between Rapunzel and the witch that I love. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay,
It's
I
called
haven't heard
Our
that
Little
one.
World.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
And it's the first time you see Rapunzel in the stage show. So when she's doing the that part, and it's talking about our little world, like, is big enough for me, and it's like very like Mother Gothel and Rapunzel-esque, not gonna lie.
Okay.
But it's like brushing my hair, combing my hair, brushing and brushing and brushing my hair. It's legit, like, part of it. It's a gorgeous song. Go listen to it.
You'll have to send it to me.
Yes.
So, who is your favorite character?
I mean, come on. She's legit one of my dream roles. Baker's wife.
Yeah, I believe it. I totally
Especially,
believe it.
like, Emily Blunt.
Oh, yeah. She does a fantastic job.
I do. I love her.
I love that. And I love the song Moments in the Woods. I don't love what happens before the song.
Same.
I put the witch. I'd love to play the witch. I love Bernadette Peters as the witch.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just love that role. Plus, Meryl Streep freaking killed it as the witch.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, if I were to choose a role for now, it would definitely be Cinderella. Like, I would play Cinderella in a heartbeat if I could.
Yeah.
My college, actually, is hosting auditions right now for Into the Woods.
Go audition for it now.
I have no time with work. Sadly. I know.
You're about to get a
With
text
work,
from
I have
me,
no
and
time.
it's Our Little World.
Okay.
So I don't forget.
So, what is your favorite song?
So, again, I love a Sondheim ballad. No One Is Alone. Love that song. That song means so much to me. Like, I remember when I was a stage manager for Into the Woods, one of the first songs they learned was No One Is Alone. So it kind of brings me back to that memory. I miss that cast. And then, of course, Agony in this movie.
Dude, Agony killed me. When I first watched this movie, I was like, okay, interesting. And when I went back and watched it again, I could not stop laughing. I was laughing
So My Princes, they
so
went
hard.
just as extra as the movie, because they were like,
I love it.
How do we top the movie?
And so they went bigger. I love it. Oh my gosh, it killed me. I was sitting there cracking up, laughing my booty off, just dying from this. I thought they were so funny. I was like, good job, Chris and Billy. Good job.
What is your favorite songs?
Okay, so I have two.
I know, that's why I said songs.
Last Midnight, of course, because so good. It's the part when she does the "You're so nice,
Yes.
You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice."
I'd also love to play the witch. Hold up. But, like, Baker's Wife is, like, now.
Yeah, that's like a role we could fathomably play within the next, like, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
You know?
I think my Baker's Wife, when I stage managed it, was 23. 24,
so makes sense. And then my other fave is Steps of the Palace.
That song is so gorgeous in this movie.
It's great, and I love the way that they handled it cinematically. I loved that they made it, like, slow down in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
In the stage show, it's past tense, and it's, like, her in the woods
remembering,
already.
yeah.
Like, remembering it. But I like them bringing it more so into, like, the present and seeing her on the steps.
Yeah. I also really like the precursor to On the Steps of the Palace, which is the he's a very nice prince or whatever with the baker's wife he's a very nice prince.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a very nice ball. That whole thing.
Yeah.
And
my sister's dream role is Cinderella, and she and I need to do that duet together.
Yes, that would be really cute.
Yeah. So what's your favorite moment?
Oh, if life were only moments, even now it's a bad one.
But if life were made of moments.
My favorite is I really like I just mentioned, I love On the Steps of the Palace. I love the ball. Like, I love it.
I love the potion scene. I always love the potion scene.
That one's really good too.
But specifically in the movie, because they make Baker's wife just like
instantly
be like 9 months pregnant. And the baker saying that worked quickly.
That is good. That is
I
good.
have another
I also love it the potion scene where she goes, feed it to the cow, and they're like, what?
I had a memory that was tied to that moment, so thank you, Gabby. So when I worked on it as a stage manager, of course, like, Milky White was a puppet, and the guy who played the puppet legit, like, moved the puppet to look at the witch, and he went, what? Too.
I love that.
I need to send you the video of our production.
Okay. When we did it in high school, I wasn't in it, I watched it, but there was a girl who actually played the cow. We had somebody playing
That's
Milky
how my
White.
high school did it.
Yeah, I think
she
lot of high schools do
auditioned
it that
for
way.
the cow. Like, she literally went to the director and was like, I want to play
Milky White. Yes. That is exactly what happened, too. And it was really cute. She had little space buns, and it was a cute thing. But, like, even she, like, turned to the witch.
She was, like, in, like, a puppet thing.
Oh, no. Ours was, like, just, like, in white with little cow spots. It was cute.
No, ours was, like, a weird, like, hunched-over puppet thing.
Oh, gosh. That's awful. No, ours was, like, cute. She, like, walked like a person. And, like, she had little cow spots and, like, wore white and had little buns. Cute. It was cute. But, like, when the witch was all, feed it to the cow, she, like, even looked and was like, excuse me? It was good.
Yeah. So what's your least favorite moment?
We have the same least favorite moment, and I'm pretty sure this is everybody's least favorite moment.
But
and it's
my other least favorite moment is not even a moment in this show.
I know, it's literally not even a moment. But Hello Little Girl is so weird, and he never comes back. Like, you never see anything to do with him again.
No, I think it's because he did.
I know. Well, he dies before, like, and I know things now, but still,
it's like 2 songs later.
I know, but still, it's weird. I don't know. It's just so weird. It's like, why would you put that in and not put in anything with Mysterious Man?
Thank you for letting me tying into that. I am mad, and again, this is probably because I've recently worked on the show, and like I know the show really well. But, like, the Mysterious Man and narrator is usually double cast. And it's because of this full circle moment, as my director explained, like, the first rehearsal to our narrator / Mysterious Man, that because he also is Mysterious Man, aka Baker's father, starting the show, and then the Baker ends the show telling the Once Upon a Time, it becomes, like, a full circle moment between the two actors.
I really like how they did it in the movie.
I did too.
James Corden as the narrator, because they didn't have the narrator or the Mysterious Man. Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that really made it full circle.
What is the song that Mysterious Man and Baker sing in the stage show?
I know what you're talking about, and it's a beautiful song, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
No More.
Yes, thank you.
That song, I remember me sobbing. The day that we closed, I legit like walked up to our Mysterious Man / narrator and Baker after the show and was like, you know, I used to hate this song, but you guys made me love it, and look at how much of a mess I am right now.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, overall, what would you give this movie a score out of 10?
5 out of 10, because I had to knock it down like so many points for not having Mysterious Man.
I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
I know I wrote 6, but I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Hey, 6 is the average score between us now.
Yeah, solely because I like... I really like the cinematography, except for when it gets too dark, like towards the end when you can barely see anything. That annoyed me. But like for the most part, I think they did a really good job in filming it.
Same.
I also really like this cast. I
really like the cast for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd change anyone, actually.
I don't think I would.
No.
Yeah, I really like it the way it is.
I love Willa Crawford.
I do too. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure she and I went to middle school together.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went to the same middle school. Cuz we had like a middle school show that came out once a week. And like they did like a big interview with her, so I'm pretty sure we went to
back when she was Annie, cuz she was Annie like when we were in like 6th grade.
Mhm.
That's cool. So do we want to go on to the next?
This movie came out when we were in middle school, 2014. I was in middle school.
Oh, or yeah, at least 13.
Yeah.
So what, 7th grade? 8th grade?
Yeah, I was in 8th grade, so I'm pretty sure we went to middle school together.
Huh. Then, like, she was, like, 10 and was Annie on Broadway.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Moving on.
The movie musical I made us put on the list. I was like,
Emma was like, we must.
Mostly because I knew you hadn't seen this movie.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it.
It's The Prom, which the synopsis of it is: a troupe of theater stars swarm into a small, conservative Indiana town in support of a high school girl who wants to take her girlfriend to the prom.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah. I liked it. So it came out in 2020 as a Netflix original. It was directed by Ryan Murphy, and it features Meryl Streep again as Dee Dee Allen, James Corden as Barry Glickman, Jo Ellen Pellman as Emma Nolan, Ariana DeBose as Alyssa Green, Nicole Kidman as Angie Dickinson, Andrew
Rannells.
Say his last name? Rannells, thank you, as Trent Oliver.
He's the Book of Mormon guy.
Oh, that just clicked for me. I was like, where do I know him from?
He's the Book of Mormon guy.
Got it. Okay. Light bulb just went on. Thank you.
Which is why they had him sing the really preachy song.
That makes sense now. Keegan-Michael Key as Principal Tom Hawkins. Also love him too.
Yeah.
Tracy Ullman as Vera Glickman, and Kevin Chamberlain as Sheldon Saperstein.
And you forgot Kerry Washington as Mrs. Green.
No, I said her.
No, you went straight from Keegan-Michael Key to Tracy Ullman.
Shoot. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't read clearly.
And we have 2 fun facts for this one because I couldn't decide between the 2.
They're both good. Good.
Nicole Kidman, who portrays Angie Dickinson, a lifelong chorus girl who just quit her job of 20 years in the musical Chicago after the producers never let her go on for the role of Roxy Hart. In real life, Kidman turned down the role of Roxy Hart for the 2002 Chicago film.
And we will get to who actually got that part later.
I thought it was really interesting when I saw that.
It is interesting.
Huh.
I also think it's very funny how she in this movie is in Chicago and we decide to talk about Chicago later.
Yeah.
We were like, Chicago. And I was like, oh, wait. Oh, okay.
And then Ariana DeBose is known for playing the Bullet in the original Broadway cast of Hamilton.
Let me tell you, she looks totally different.
I know.
In the pro shot of Hamilton than she does in this movie.
Also, she's going to be in the West Side Story remake.
Yes, she is. But I didn't recognize her at all.
Did you find out when you read my notes?
Yes. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, that is not the same girl. And then I looked her up and I was like, oh, yup, it's the same girl.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a trip. I was like, what?
So who's your favorite character?
Barry! My boy. I love him so much. I love how he's like a little fairy godmother.
I do
for
too.
Emma.
I love the line,
so
you'll be
cute.
Elfie, I'll be Glenda.
I know! I just loved it. I loved their friendship. I also really liked her friendship with Angie too. I thought that was really cute.
I love the give them some zazz song.
Yes! I loved that. That was cute.
I love Trent or Alyssa. I can't decide between the two of them.
Okay, I really like Trent because have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
Okay, you should watch it.
Okay.
But for those of you who have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he reminds me a lot of Charles Boyle. I'll send you a compilation of Boyle and you will be like, yes, they are the same. Yeah, that's
well, because like I knew going into it, he's the Book of Mormon guy. He's known for the comedic movie musicals.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So what's your favorite song?
I love It's Not About Me. I also really like Alyssa Green.
So that's one of my favorite. I have a tie for 3. And it's basically the ones because I have known this show since it came out because I literally saw it, I think, the day it came out on Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah, this one was hyped for me. And it was the 3 that I listened to the most are Dance With You, Alyssa Green, and Love Thy Neighbor. So those are definitely my favorites. And I know that you put Love Thy Neighbor somewhere here.
We'll get to it. But yeah, I think Alyssa Green is a really cute song.
Yeah, I do too.
I also love It's Not About Me. I just love how I love Meryl. I think that's just it. I think I just am in love with Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's the answer here. Because anything she does, I'm like, I love it. I was obsessed with Mamma Mia for 3 years after it came out. I literally, when I went to elementary school, I changed schools halfway through elementary school in 3rd grade. And when I went to my new school, I went by Sophie because my middle name is Sophia. So I went by Sophie for 3-4 years.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was, I just am obsessed with Meryl Streep. I think that's my answer. What about your favorite moment?
It's Time to Dance / the last prom at the very end of the show, especially with the mom coming back and talking with Alyssa.
Yeah, I said the same. I sat there bawling, and my mom was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like,
I have one funny story with this movie.
Uh-huh.
So I was watching it downstairs, at my house, and it was in the very beginning when they're the one lesbian, and it spells Emma in the lights where it said Eleanor.
Yeah.
My mom walked out and was like, "What you watching?" And they're literally singing about lesbians, and it's spelling my name.
That's funny.
A fun fact that is more so about the stage show, but I still wanted to mention it here, is when they performed in the Thanksgiving Day Parade, they performed the It's Time to Dance, the last prom song. And it was the first time a lesbian or gay kiss was shown on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What's your least favorite moment?
I don't like Love Thy Neighbor or the Acceptance song. I hate it. I don't like
the Acceptance song. My thing with Love Thy Neighbor is I understand that would never realistically happen.
I understand that. I also I get it now more
that
he's the Book of Mormon guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I still don't like it. I still think it's so out of place and just weird. It's like they threw it in there in the show because somebody needed a minute to go get changed for the next scene and they needed something to kill 3 minutes. That's one of those songs for me.
It was either that or they needed to figure out a way to have the 4 high schoolers that were mean to Emma. Also, another least favorite moment, I was taking notes while watching the prom. Literally in the opening song, or Emma's first song, so Just Breathe.
Yeah.
She's playing dodgeball in, I'm presuming, gym class, and she's the only one on her team. That gym teacher, legit let her fend for herself.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
I was so mad. Also, the cheerleading uniforms, I did not like the turtlenecks.
Oh no, those were weird.
I was like, why do you have turtlenecks under your thing?
Yeah, that's weird. I guess, okay, I do understand in the Midwest it gets kind of cold, so maybe it's because it's cold. It's still spring, so it's cold. I don't know.
But prom is in, like, April.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just go to ratings.
Okay. 9.75 out of 10.
I said 9.
Okay.
9, yeah. Solid 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it again.
Also, I really wish that Kevin Chamberlain had more of a role.
Same. I love him so much. I mentioned this when we were talking about Ratatouille. I love Kevin Chamberlain.
I do too, and he needed
a cinnamon roll.
More to do.
He really did. I also loved the scene. Okay, you know when they're trying to fund the new prom,
yes.
and they're all giving all their money, and they all look at Meryl Streep, and they like, we know you got some money. We know you have a Visa Black card in there.
Keegan-Michael Key just like used her card before even touching everyone else's.
I know. He was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really cute. So next we're going to talk about Chicago, one of my picks.
Yes.
So two murderesses, Roxy Hart and Velma Kelly, develop a fierce rivalry while competing for publicity, celebrity, and a sleazy lawyer's attention. It came out in 2002, and it was directed by Rob Marshall in his theatrical directorial debut. That is impossible to say.
I'm so sorry.
It starred Renee Zellweger as Roxy Hart, Catherine Zeta-Jones as Velma Kelly, Richard Gere as Billy Flynn, Queen Latifah as Matron Mama Morton, John C. Reilly as Amos Hart, and Christine Brandansky as Mary Sunshine.
Yes.
It also had, oh shoot, now I can't think of his name. Dang it.
Who are you thinking of?
The guy who, like, introduces all the songs.
Oh, I almost included him and I completely forgot to.
Oh my gosh, what is his name?
Chicago movie cast.
He was in Rent, too. How do I not remember his name? He's in, like, so much. Yes, Taye Diggs. Thank you. Taye Diggs. And he's the meme. He's the, hi, I'm Taye Diggs. Have you seen that meme? Oh my gosh, it kills me every time. Sorry for everybody's eardrums. I just blew out. But anyway.
So, the fun fact I found, which I thought was interesting because I didn't know it, the fun fact almost was just how many women auditioned to play Roxy and Velma, because if you look on IMDb, that's like half of the trivia, and it's like a lot of people. I know Angelina Jolie was on the list. I saw her, I was like,
what? No.
And other people like that. Of course, what is her name from the prom? We were just talking about her. Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
I didn't know she could sing.
You didn't?
No. I was watching the prom and I was like, shoot, I didn't know she could sing.
Yeah. So, the fun fact for this movie is that in the beginning of the scene introducing Mama Morton to the new inmates, Roxy Hart has a brief conversation with a woman smoking a cigarette. That character was played by longtime Broadway actress Chita Rivera, who portrayed Velma Kelly in the original 1975 production of Chicago.
Yes, and we love Chita Rivera.
Yeah, we love her.
Love her. What a queen.
Yes.
So,
do we again
who's your favorite character?
Just say our favorite character together?
Yeah. I mean, it's Roxy. How can you not love Roxy?
I love Roxy. So I've seen this stage show twice recently.
I've never actually seen it on stage or the film. So this was a first for me. And I was like, I want to watch it. So we're going to put it in there. And I did. And it was good.
So my university did it October 2019. And one thing I really liked, because in the stage show, All That Jazz, it's usually just like All That Jazz, like, or the like overture and then straight into All That Jazz. Ours like legit showed like what the movie did. at my stage show, which never happens on stage. So then when I
No,
saw
never.
the one at another theater, I was like, wait, they're not doing it. What?
Yeah.
But they
usually
also
don't.
did the original Fosse choreography for that one.
Ooh, okay,
At that
that's
theater
fun.
because their choreographer was legit like in the Broadway production at some point
Ooh.
in the chorus, so
That's fun.
that was cool.
That is cool.
But yeah.
So, oh shoot, I was gonna say, I really like this movie. There were a few moments where I did find myself like reaching for my phone because I was kind of bored.
Yeah.
It
One
does
thing
drag
that I
on.
almost did as a fun fact is Mary Sunshine in the stage show is actually a man. Like, it's a man in drag.
Oh, that's fun.
Because in the courtroom, they, like, pull off the reveal and they're like, you see, not everyone is what they seem. Kind of a thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they decided not to do that in the movie.
Yeah, I like that it's Christine Baranski.
Yeah, I like her as it. Something about Mary Sunshine in the stage show is awesome.
Yeah, I get it. It's just like how there's a little something awesome about I can't think of her name, but it's Tracy's mom in Hairspray.
Yeah.
There's just a little something awesome about her because she's played by a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite song?
I love We Both Reach for the Gun.
We Both Reach for the Gun is very good.
Yeah.
I do like We Both Reach for the Gun.
I like it
But-
better in the movie than on stage because on stage
Okay.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because they still do the ventriloquy thing, but
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That was
It
kind of
doesn't-
funky
it doesn't
for me.
play off as well as they
well.
do in
I'm
the
sure it
stage
doesn't.
show.
Yeah. You mean in the movie?
Or in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love, and I have loved, the Cell Block Tango for
So
forever. And it's amazing. And it's so good. And I just, that's all I can say. It's just, mwah.
What about Force Block Tango?
Bruh, don't even get me started on that. I don't even want to talk about that right now. It's so, I tried so hard. And
It's so
it just-
good.
well, thank you.
For those of you who do not know, Gaby made a Star Wars women parody of Cell Block Tango.
Of the Cell Block Tango. Yeah, but I was trying to get our friends to do it, and we haven't done anything with it.
No, we
I
need
tried.
to do it. But
I tried.
Yeah. So what's your favorite moment?
I like the whole courtroom scenes. Like, I like that when they're like doing everything in the court. I don't know why. I'm a courtroom drama type of gal. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah. This is where I put Cell Block Tango.
Yeah,
Because I love how they incorporate the like beats of the music into like the water dripping and then the nails and then someone walking
Yeah.
by. That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I also really like the way that they did it, like the
Same.
actual song. I also when I was watching it, I realized, you know how when you watch movies on Amazon, they have the little like references
Yeah.
and the quips and the mess ups. Well, in the like references, it was like, oh, they referenced Jailhouse Rock in Cell Block Tango when they have the wall with all of the inmates.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's really cool.
I was working on my floor decorations and I was really hoping none of my like RA people were coming up like during certain moments during this show because I was just like outside in the hallway like putting up stuff while watching it.
I'm sure.
No one came up.
That's
Nothing
good.
happened.
That's
But,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of mad that you put that as your least favorite moment.
It's boring.
Okay, I think it's just because of I love every Amos that I've seen on stage because they like steal the show. Not gonna lie with that
Okay.
song. So that's probably
Okay.
why I won't put that song. But yeah,
Yeah, I just
you
think
don't like
Amos's
Mr.
song is a little-
Cellophane?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of boring. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like John C. Reilly. I think he did a great job. I just
Yeah.
did not really particularly
Also-
like this song on him.
He was like he's really into like clowning or whatever, according to the
Yeah.
fun facts. So that's why they made him do the like clown makeup.
Okay, I don't
Which
know.
was
It was just
interesting.
kind of funky
Yeah.
for me.
I don't know
But
why-
the scene before it did break my heart. I
Yeah.
will mention that. I'm not a heartless monster. It is
Oh my
very
gosh,
sad.
yeah. So I love Matron Mama Morton, and I love Queen
Yeah.
Latifah. but I'm not the biggest fan of When You're Good to Mama as a song.
I agree. That is also another moment that I was sitting there on my phone, like, okay, I'm waiting for the song to be over.
Yeah,
One
when
verse
I'm
would
in
have
the
been fine.
stage show, when you're watching the stage show, it's like, okay, we just, what's the song before? It's Roxy's song. The, Funny Honey. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
So it goes, like, from that, and then you're waiting for Cell Block, because that's soon.
Yeah.
So that song's kind of, like, shoehorned into it.
Yeah.
I know that
and
we're
it's
going to
just
talk
kinda-
about it when we do our pro shots way in the future episode, but it's also the same reason I don't like That's Rich and Newsies.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels shoehorned in.
It does. Why is this a classic thing with, like, these
So,
type
like,
of songs?
mama character.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah.
So, what do you give it out of 10?
So I give it a 9 out of 10. Again, this is probably a lot of me, like, thinking about the stage show and how well it was adapted. Because I have seen it so recently. But yeah.
Okay. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Just because, you know, like I said earlier, there were some parts that lost me. But overall, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So the next one is your favorite, which I had never seen.
I'm so excited.
Which is
I
Gypsy.
love this one. I love it so much.
And the synopsis of it is Mama Rose lives to see her daughter June succeed on Broadway by way of vaudeville. When June marries and leaves, Rose turns her hope and attention to her older daughter Louise. However, having her headlining as a stripper at Minsky's Burlesque is not what she initially has in mind.
So it came out in 1962. We're talking about the original, the 1962 one, not 1998, I think, with Bernadette Peters, which is also fantastic. The one with Bernadette Peters is a little bit more accurate to the stage show. That's the only reason I like that one. Just a touch more, but this one's a classic, so you kind of have to watch this one.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like the good, like this is the classic one. Everybody knows this one. So it stars Rosalind Russell as Rose Hovick, Natalie Wood as Louise Hovick / Gypsy Rose Lee, Carl Malden as Herbie Sommers, Paul Wallace as Tulsa, Morgan Brittany billed as Suzanne Caputo as Baby June, Anne Jillian as Dainty June / June Hovick, Diane Pace as Baby Louise, and Betty Bruce as Tessitura.
Yes. And the fun fact for this one, which I thought was interesting when I saw it, was the real Gypsy Rose Lee visited the set and gave Natalie Wood some tips on her stripping routines.
Yeah, because it's actually based off of the memoirs of Gypsy Rose Lee. Which is, I did not know that until recently. I thought that was really interesting.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I also read that Gypsy Rose Lee actually didn't really like the way that they portrayed her mother in this show.
Oh.
That she was like, oh, it wasn't actually that bad, but we'll just leave it. Because I guess June thought it was that bad, and so June wanted to leave it. So she didn't really touch it. So I was like, oh, interesting. So, like, I guess Gypsy Rose wanted her to be a little bit nicer, but June was like, no.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
I mean, we both have the same one, Louise.
Yeah, it's Louise.
Yeah.
I love Louise.
So, what's your favorite song?
It's All I Need Is the Girl, and it has been stuck in my head for like 3 hours.
So, mine is, and it's mostly because, so even before I knew the musical or had seen it or whatever, my sister and I had performed a song from it, and it was When Mama Is Married.
I thought it was If Mama
Or
Gets
If
Married.
Mama Gets Married. On the soundtrack, it's When Mama Is Married.
Oh, interesting.
That's why I put it, I was following Apple Music. Don't come for me. But yeah, I was Louise, and of course she was June, because she's the younger sister.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it's such a cute song.
The thing I like about All I Need Is the Girl is it's like the only time a guy really has its own song in the whole show, first of all.
True.
Which is I think is a very fun twist.
Yeah.
I also really love, I don't know, I love it feels so classic. It feels very, very Singing in the Rain to me. And I love the way that they do it.
Another moment felt very Singing in the Rain to me.
Okay.
And
I love the way that they do it in the film when they're like dancing in the back alley and then she starts dancing with him. I just love that. I think that's so cute.
Yeah. So what's your favorite moment?
I love when Louise just tells Rose off.
Yes.
When she says something like, you know what, I love my life because it's finally mine. Whatever she says that's like that. I love that.
Yes.
Or, you know, I love my life because for the first time it is my life.
Yeah, I love that moment. That's definitely, like, my second favorite. But, like, when Tulsa's showing Louise, like, his, like, little routine he made in the alleyway, that's the Singing in the Rain moment.
Cute. Yeah, that's exactly, same. That's the same moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. I love that.
Yeah.
So what's your least favorite moment?
So I understand its place in the story, but I was on my phone the entire time You Gotta Have a Gimmick.
Yeah, that song is a little rough on the ears.
Yeah,
It's a little rough.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm gonna scroll.
I agree. But it really, it hurts so bad for me when, Herbie comes in at the very end on the wedding day, and he's like, come on, Rose, let's go get married. And she's like, not while we're a flop. We're not gonna get married as a flop. We're gonna go out as a success. It may be a success in second-rate burlesque. It may be second-rate burlesque at that, but at least we're not a flop. And he just kind of leaves, and that's just like, oh gosh, ow. Like, it hurts so bad for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go on a whole rant after I say my score. It's a good rant, but yeah. So I'm gonna let you go first, even though we had the same score.
Okay, I gave it a 9 out of 10 only because Wherever We Go is cut, and it was put in the 1998 version with Bette Midler, and it's a really cute song. It's after the whole thing with the Madame Rose's Toreadorables when they're in the desert.
Yeah.
And it's right after Herbie says, let's get a gallon of peroxide and toothbrushes and make them all blondes. It's after that whole thing. And they have this cute little song about wherever we go, whatever we do, we'll have to go through it together. It's really cute. I really like it. But yeah, I really like that song.
I also gave it a 9 out of 10. So I had never seen this movie or the musical before, like, watching it last night. I watched it last night, jeez. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But I had known a lot of the songs before, like Rose's Stern, Mama Was Married, Let Me Entertain You. Whether that just being from the community theaters growing up or somewhere else, which I am convinced, because Hollywood Studios plays, like, classic musicals all the time, like, in the, like, Hollywood Boulevard part, which is, like, old Hollywood looking. They'll play, like, old Hollywood movie musicals, like, soundtracks. I am so convinced that they've played Gypsy there. However, when I looked it up, I couldn't find it anywhere. I found, like, every other thing, but I could not find it, and I'm going insane.
You're like, I swear I've heard it.
I was like, I swear I've heard it. I forget what I had heard. Oh, it was Anything Goes they played there once. And I was like coming along, and Sean was like, you know this song? I was like, yeah. My boyfriend is named Sean, by the way. Yeah. For our listeners. I was like, yeah, it's Anything Goes.
It's Anything Goes.
From Anything Goes.
Yeah, they play it sometimes on Main Street for us.
Yeah, that's the other place that they'll do it. But I'm convinced that I heard it in Hollywood Studios, because that's where I spend most of my time now. Because Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I do like it anywhere. Another song that they play that isn't a musical song is the Captain America, Peggy Carter at the end of Endgame song.
Oh, It's Been a Long Time.
Yeah.
That song's really cute. I am determined to either have that song is going to be in my wedding somewhere. I'm going to walk down the aisle to that song. Just you wait.
Yes.
You're gonna be there, and you're gonna be in the front being like, in your pretty dress and everything.
Aw.
You're in my wedding, I've determined.
Yeah, same.
Decided.
Yes. So the next one is Les Mis. Do you want to give the synopsis of this film?
Sure. So, Les Mis takes place in France during the early 19th century and tells the story of Jean Valjean, who, while being hunted for decades by the ruthless policeman Javert after breaking parole, agrees to care for a factory worker's daughter. The story reaches a resolution against the background of the June Rebellion of 1832. It's also known as the Student Rebellion of 1832.
Yes.
So, most people think that it takes place during the French Revolution.
It doesn't.
But it does not.
That's why I had to put the June Rebellion when I wrote that synopsis.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, it takes place during the French Revolution, the only French war to ever happen ever. No, it is not.
Yeah.
No.
So the film came out in 2012. It was directed by Tom Hopper, and the cast includes Hugh Jackman as Jean Valjean, Russell Crowe as Javert, Anne Hathaway as Fantine, Amanda Seyfried as Cosette, Eddie Redmayne as Marius Montmorency, Hannah Bonham Carter and Sacha Baron Cohen as the Thénardiers,
Woo, woo, woo. 3 woos.
Samantha Parks as Eponine,
The rest are all woos.
What?
The rest are all woos.
Yeah. Aaron Tveit as Enjolras and Daniel Huddlestone as Gavroche.
Yeah.
And my
Go for it.
my 2 fun facts that I found, because I thought both were interesting, was the set for Diagon Alley from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was remodeled and used for the barricade scene.
That is very interesting to me.
I saw that, I was like, Harry Potter facts. This is going in the notes.
I love that. Of course it is. I think that's a very interesting fun fact.
And then another one is that Colm Wilkinson, who plays the bishop in the movie, which he covers the thievery of Jean Valjean with the candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
It's the utensils, and then he gives the candlesticks.
That's right.
He's the original Jean Valjean in both the London production in 1985 and on Broadway in 1987.
Oh, that's cool.
So they had the original guy play the bishop.
That's cool.
I knew that one going into it, so that was pretty neat.
Yeah. See, this cast is pretty decent. Except for...
I would change one person, and I know who I'd recast.
Yeah, I would definitely not cast Russell Crowe as Javert.
Okay, so
Absolutely
what is
not.
the guy that plays Javert? That's played like Phantom, Javert, and the guy in Anastasia.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
I do not know how to pronounce his name. I'm not going to try. I'm going to let you try. Ramin Karimloo. He has played the Phantom and the Phantom, and what's the guy's name in Phantom?
Oh.
The one that she marries.
Hold on, it'll come to me.
Hold on,
Keep
I'm going to get
talking,
his
it'll come to
Wikipedia
me.
page up. So, Raoul. So he's
Thank
played
you.
Phantom and Raoul in The Phantom of the Opera, and Jean Valjean, Enjolras, and Marius Montmorency in Les Miserables at different times in his life. And then he originated the roles of Gleb and Anastasia and the Phantom in Love Never Dies.
Yeah, I like him. I think he would be fantastic as Javert. I loved him in Phantom. I think he's fantastic as the Phantom.
He's such a great performer, and I'm mad.
That's one we all have to talk about. The next time we do this is Phantom.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I also put Oliver.
Okay.
So we could do a bunch more in that one. Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, I did not like Russell Crowe. I also think Eddie Redmayne is just okay.
Yeah.
He is adequate.
I don't know who I'd cast, though.
I would have had Aaron Tveit as Marius.
Yeah.
And then I think...
If we needed, like, a, semi-famous person, or, like, someone with the same celebrity power as Eddie Redmayne, maybe, like, what's his face? You know who I want to say, but I don't know if he's right for it, but I'm still going to say it.
Just say it. Who?
Jeremy Jordan.
That's what
As
I was going to
Marius,
say. Oh, I was
or
going
as
to say the other way
Andros.
around. Aaron Tveit as Marius, Jeremy Jordan as Anshara.
You see, I just want to hear Jeremy Jordan sing Empty Chairs.
Okay, you're right. Jeremy Jordan is Marius.
I won.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry,
because
Kara,
Empty
I
Chairs is one of
clapped.
my favorites. Empty Chairs is one of my, like, absolute favorite songs in
Like,
the whole show.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful. I just think Eddie Redmayne just does it okay.
Same.
It makes me sad because I love that song. And if done right, it will make me weep, like, ugly tears. So, yeah.
Same.
So, who's your favorite character?
Come on. Eponine or Fontaine?
Yeah, they're good. I love the Thénardiers, especially in the film. I think Helena Bonham Carter and Sacha Baron Cohen, also, who are also in Sweeney Todd, do a fantastic job together.
Yeah. They do.
I think they're hilarious together.
One small little line that I'm so mad that they cut out. It's actually one that Gavroche was supposed to say. It was right after Eponine died.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the Barricade Boys. I'm pretty sure it was Grantaire, who is like close to him in the book and usually in the stage show. He's the drunk one.
Mm-hmm.
He was like gonna be like, "Hey Gavroche, what's up? Like, why you sad?" And Gavroche was gonna say, "That's my sister."
Stop!
They cut that from the show, or from the movie. One of the reasons I gave it such a low score. Spoiler alert.
I've never heard that in the show, ever.
No, they were gonna put it in the movie.
And then they
cut
my
it.
gosh.
And I'm also mad that they cut the Grantaire solo in Drink With Me, because that's my favorite song in Les Mis.
Drink With Me is also fantastic.
But they cut Grantaire's solo, because he has the big one, and they cut it
Yeah.
fully, and it makes me mad.
Yeah. That does make me upset. When I did Les Mis, one of my friends played Grantaire, and he was hilarious as Grantaire. Like, he was like, oh gosh, it was so
I
funny.
feel like Grantaire would be the best one of the, like,
Oh, yeah.
like, leads.
Oh, yeah, because then you just get to booze around the whole time. You're just gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you get to be all quick-witted and stuff like that. I think it'd be really fun. So, what's your favorite song?
A Little Fall of Rain. Or Bring Him Home.
I do love A Little Fall of Rain. A Little Fall of Rain is definitely one of my favorites.
Again, Drink With Me would have been my favorite, but they cut the Grantaire solo.
Yeah.
You don't do that to my favorite song.
Bring Him Home.
What?
I don't really like Bring Him Home.
Okay.
I think it's like the low part of the show, and I think it's so boring. And when Bring Him Home comes in, I'm always just like, snooze time. Okay, I get to take a 5-minute nap.
What is the song that they add to for Valjean in the movie? I don't like that one.
What one?
Like when he's singing to like Cosette asleep. Baby Cosette asleep.
I do not remember this.
You also didn't watch.
I also did not watch it.
So like after
I
he
used to watch it all the
rescues
time.
her from the Thénardiers, they're in the carriage like going back to his house or whatever, and she's asleep
Yeah.
in his arms, and he's singing like a lullaby. Like, what is this child?
Oh, wait, that's in the musical.
That is not in the musical. I do not.
Yes,
remember
it
that.
is. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I swear, they just changed the tempo, I think. Hold on.
Really? It's called Suddenly.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, and he's like,
Oh.
suddenly I'm a father now. No, because they cut the Waltz of Treachery for it.
Oh. Okay.
That makes me mad. I love the Waltz of Treachery. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay, yes. Now I know what you're talking about.
I don't like that song.
It's fine. So I said my favorite, it would usually be Empty Chairs and Empty Tables, like
Yes.
I said, because it always just, oh, yes, beautiful. However, I don't really like Eddie Redmayne that much as Marius.
Okay.
Especially, I cannot stand him and Amanda Seyfried. I love Amanda Seyfried. She's fantastic. I can't stand them singing
Their
Reclame A Heart Full of Love.
Yeah, their chemistry is not there.
It's weird. Their chemistry isn't there, and they don't have the right vocal types to sing that song. No, she's not an opera singer. So she just I don't like them as those roles at all. Yeah. I don't know who I would have had be Cosette instead of
I would have
Amanda
maybe
Seyfried,
looked at like the recent Cosettes at that time, or maybe even Christine Daae's. Because isn't Samantha Barks, wasn't she an Eponine on stage?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, do that with Eponine or with Cosette, and then
I think they just needed the name.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, she's a good singer. She can sing. It's not like she can't sing. She's fantastic in Mamma Mia. I love her as Sophie in Mamma Mia.
But Sophie and Cosette are two completely
very
different.
Yeah, and the style is completely different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just didn't really like her. But I'm going to have to go with, Do You Hear the People Sing?
Yeah.
Because every time I listen to it... I love how they do it
in the movie rather than the stage show. Because the stage show, it's just like they're still at the cafe. I like that they're actually at General
At the barricade.
Funeral.
Oh,
and then it goes straight to the barricade.
To the barricade, yeah.
I like that better.
It gives me chills every single time when it starts out really small and then it swells at the do you hear the people sing, and I just like I feel it with my whole body and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is what's your favorite moment?
Everything at the barricade.
Yeah. And then I just said do you hear the people sing again, because it literally just sends chills throughout me every single time.
So we technically have the same least favorite moment.
I love yours.
Do you want to say your least favorite moment first?
I said Stars because I hated the end. Okay, the end with the crunch. It's just, why would you do that? When he hits the edge of the fountain and you hear
That's not Stars. Stars is the one that he's like there.
That's right, not Stars. It's
But yeah, I know the crunch you're talking about, and I laugh.
Yes, that's not in Stars. Sorry, it's been a while since I've seen it.
No, Stars is the one that...
This I swear by the stars.
Yeah,
that's how he sounds.
Javert's Suicide.
Javert's Suicide, thank you. No, I don't like anything that Javert sings. I do not like, what's his face, Russell Crowe as Javert. Don't like him. And you know who else doesn't like him as Javert? I will tell you, it's in the next movie.
Okay. So my least favorite moment is anything Javert sings.
Yeah, same reason, probably. I was in a show.
Now bring me prisoner 24601.
Yeah, I was in a show not too long ago, and anytime we would talk about Les Mis, somebody would start singing like Javert, and we'd all go, "This I swear by the stars." It's so
you know
so
what that
bad.
sounds like to me? If the Potter Puppet Pals Snape sang.
Yes, that is exactly what it sounds like. Snip, 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 snip. Like, yeah, it sounds just about the same, right? The now bring me prisoner 24601. Come on, that's
like
pretty accurate. He does sound like a Muppet. That is exactly what
Is it a very manly
like.
Muppet?
Yes.
Or is he a Muppet of a man?
Stop. No.
So what do you rate this movie?
5 out of 10. It's
4 out of 10.
I don't know why I was so obsessed with it for so long, but...
Same.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
And then another one I had never seen until...
is gonna be The Last 5 Years.
Yes. And you can give the synopsis real quick.
So, in New York, struggling actress Kathy Hyatt and a successful writer, Jamie Wellerstein, sing about their failed marriage from 2 perspectives.
Yes, and the movie facts are it came out in 2014. It was directed by Richard LaGravency.
I have no idea.
And the cast is a cast of 2, and it's Jeremy Jordan as Jamie and Anna Kendrick as Kathy.
Yeah, and in the show, it's Jamie and Kathy with, like, very, very, very minimal like ensemble,
Yeah.
just as like background players.
I know that this was very popular, like when theaters were starting to reopen during the pandemic, because it's 2 actors.
Yeah, the cast is tiny.
It's legit 2 people.
Yeah. So I have 2 fun facts for this one.
Yes.
Just one of them is just for ease of watching, and the other one is
Thank you for putting this, because I was like confused until you said that.
Yeah. So Kathy's songs start at the end of their relationship and go to the beginning, whereas Jamie's songs start at the beginning of the relationship and go to the end. That's more of the watching fact. I also have another fun fact that I know off the top of my head. But the other fun fact I wrote is during Kathy's bad audition, the composer of the show, Jason Robert Brown, is struggling to play her music. Now, this is funny, at least to like musicians, because it's kind of a play on the fact that when people audition for musicals and they bring Jason Robert Brown music, it's like notoriously very hard to sight read.
Yeah, it's like the new Sondheim.
Yeah. People are like, do not bring Jason Robert Brown in like audition notes. They'll say no Jason Robert Brown because his music is so hard to sight read.
Yeah.
The last little tidbit that I know about this one, just off the top of my head, is that actually this show has been a part of a legal dispute between Jason Robert Brown and his first wife for a long time, because it's part of their divorce agreement. It was that he was prohibited from writing a musical about their relationship, and he changed enough of this show to not be about their relationship, but it's a lot that is too similar for her liking. So it's been kind of disputed.
Yikes.
I mean, the fact that we can still do it and that the movie is a thing really shows that it's like different enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like a fun little fact I learned not too long ago.
Interesting.
But yeah, I really love this show, and I have loved it for a really long time. So, who's your favorite character?
Out of the 2?
Out of the 2.
Kathy.
Well, yeah, Kathy. Definitely not Jamie.
Definitely not the cheater.
Yeah. Definitely not the cheater, so there's the answer. The other one.
Yeah.
So what are your favorite songs? I said we can do one for each one. One Kathy, one Jamie. At least that's what I did.
I did that too.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, one Kathy, one Jamie is fine.
So my Kathy is Summer in Ohio. That song made me laugh so hard.
That one's really good, yeah.
And then Jeremy Jordan, Moving Too Fast.
Yeah. Yes, I do love that. I'm torn between, my 2 are the Shmuel song, because I love the Shmuel song, especially at the end when he does the baby, it's just that you're afraid to go out onto a limb of it. Like he's like thinking of it, and it's so cute. I love that. And then my Kathy song is I Can Do Better Than That, because I have sang that song for showcases and for practice, and it is one of my favorite songs to belt.
Yeah.
Especially the like end to middle part, the and totally mine, that whole thing. I love that.
Yeah. So you have our favorite moment is shared.
Yeah, because it's like the only moment in the song in the show when they actually sing together.
Yeah, and it is in next 10 minutes when they are singing together.
Yeah, and it's really
the
cool.
one moment that they're like
on the same page. Yeah, it's the one moment in the show when they're together.
Yeah, so it's the cross for our audio listeners.
Yeah, and the way that they do it in the show is a little bit different. Like I've seen different people do it different ways.
Okay.
But I've heard that in the show it's like the only song they're on stage together for. That the rest of the songs
that's how
they're by themselves.
How it's done usually.
Because I feel like every other song it's just them.
Yeah.
Because it's them going through it. So it's a little bit easier to tell that they're not at the same time when you're watching it in the stage production.
True.
So yeah, I like that. That's the one the one time they're actually together and the one time they're actually like meeting, and it's a really sweet moment. And it's nice, and it's before like all of the ish hits the fan with Jamie, at least. You know, before you actually know what hit the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about your least favorite moment?
I mean, when everything hits the fan, so nobody needs to know. It's the same moment in Hamilton that I do not like, is say no to this. Don't like. So it was my first time watching it, and I almost skipped that song, not gonna lie, like halfway through, because I was sick of seeing Jeremy Jordan cheat on Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. I love Nobody Needs to Know, not like because of what happens, just because it's such a that song is so good.
Yeah.
And I have it transposed into a female key, and it's so fun. I love that song. It's so good. I love every song in this show. Like, the only one I kind of skip over sometimes is Still Hurting, because it's slow.
Yeah.
I mean, there are slow songs, but it's just like, I don't know. Still Hurting is too long for me. And yeah, that's kind of why I wrote the wrong song. But yeah, that's my least favorite moment, actually, is the Still Hurting sequence. Like, that whole thing is just kind of funky.
Yeah. You know what makes me crazy? I'm sorry, can I say this? You know what makes me nuts?
That's See I'm Smiling.
Okay.
No, I wrote See I'm Smiling, but I'm actually talking about Still Hurting, which is like the very first song.
Okay. I was like, you don't like that song?
No, I do like See I'm Smiling. I think that song is fantastic. That's another fun one to do when you're in the car. To scream like at him is so fun. But yeah, Still Hurting, like, I think it's cool that they did it all in one shot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I still don't really like it. I still think it's just okay. I don't know. That's my opinion, though.
Yeah. So
I also don't like in that 1 second, like, that, like, 2 seconds, like, not even, it's like 30 seconds, and moving too fast, when, like, the ensemble dances, weird. And then they never do it again.
Yeah.
They never dance again. They dance for, like, 3 seconds, and then it never happens again. And you're like, why?
I don't know.
Why would you even do that? What? That just bugs me.
Yeah. So what do you give this musical movie overall score out of 10?
You know, I gotta give it 9 out of 10.
Same.
Minus 1 point for cheating.
Yes.
But 9 out of 10.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So, that's all we got.
Yeah?
And we're doing great on time.
We are?
Yeah, we're doing fantastic on time.
Oh, wow.
I know, we're killing it.
It was.
So when I was saying that, you know who else doesn't like Russell Crowe as Javert is in the last 5 years, you know, in Climbing Uphill, when she's singing at her audition and she's doing the, when you come home, I should have told them I was sick last week. They're going to think this is the way I sing. Why is the piano playing so loud? Should I sing louder? I'll sing louder. And it's basically her singing her internal monologue.
Yeah.
Well, she says, these are the people who cast Russell Crowe in a musical, Jesus Christ, I Suck. And in the original, there are a few changes that they made from the original. Like, that's one. It was originally Linda Blair in a musical.
Okay.
Which, I don't know who that is, and I don't know what that's a reference to, but that's what it is. When in I Can Do Better Than That, in the movie, she says, actually, it was changed in the stage play a number of years ago, but they changed it to very well placed tattoos from who you might say looked like Tom Cruise, because they didn't think that he was, like, relevant anymore for a while. So they changed it to very well placed tattoos, and they also said that way it'll have a little bit of a longevity. They also changed, it's really funny, because in the movie, to keep the PG-13 rating, in A Miracle Had Happened, they take out, when Jamie says the F word, he says, you can't touch her anyway. Yeah. But in the soundtrack, they keep it.
So
in the soundtrack, in the soundtrack, he says, but you can't F her anyway. And I'm like, huh. So Linda Blair.
So I'm looking at it, and she's known for The Exorcist. First of all,
what musical was she in?
So this sounds like a really bad musical. Not gonna lie. It's called Roller Boogie.
Oh my!
It sounds like Xanadu.
It sounds very much like Xanadu.
I want to look up. I definitely spelled it wrong.
And the
it
last
is
little
definitely
Xanadu.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of teens who hang around on the Venice boardwalk and do a lot of roller skating and burn their eyeballs, girl, and watching boy. What?
What?
Oh, and burn their eyeballs, girl and boy watching.
Okay.
It said that
That's
this
so
signified, or this, hold on, I'm gonna read word for word what it said. It established her as a sex symbol when it came out in 79. She was 20.
Got it. Okay.
So
That's odd.
that makes sense, because that's the only musical that she's been in. And it sounds like Xanadu.
Good to know. And the last